We're kicking it off with someone who truly understands how creativity and philanthropy and civic leadership intersect to shape vibrant communities. Payne is the former president and CEO of the Central Indiana Community Foundation, where he spent over 2 decades transforming how philanthropy fuels community change. Brian has since retired and has been trying to enjoy stress-free living with a little bit of consulting and executive coaching on the side, but because his reputation as one of the state's most visionary thinkers and outspoken advocates for the role of creativity in building a better Indiana is still out there very much, he gets sucked into making remarks at events like this one. I'm also super honored that Brian agreed under duress to be a board member of Payne. I hounded the man. Anyway, would you please join me in welcoming Brian to the stage to make some remarks?
I got some great ideas yesterday when we exchanged ideas, but it also reminded me of an idea that I think was so transformative that we did at CICF, and it's how I got to know Paulina really well. And so this is the one I'm going to share with you. We created this group of civic leaders that would change over time. So we would have 15 to 20 Indianapolis, or sometimes greater central Indiana, civic leaders, a lot of artists, because we have a huge bias. I have a huge bias. I love hanging out with artists. I think the creatives are the reason why a community is interesting. So we really had a big bias on creatives, both individual artists, arts administrators, architects, and some entrepreneurs. But we also sprinkled in some city council leaders. I think the mayor once or twice joined us. And what we would do is we would go to a conference in another city. We went to Detroit, we went to Columbus, we went to Cleveland, we went to Nashville, we went to Pittsburgh. We also went to New York, Miami, Boston. This is about a 12, 15-year period of time. We had a great partner in Visit Indy. Visit Indy always got the motor coach. They paid for the motor coach. So we didn't motor coach to New York or Boston or Miami, but we motor coached to all those other places. Think about, okay, I'm going to take 30 seconds. Think about, especially if you have kids, especially preteens or teens, and the value of going, putting them in a car, and they will talk to you in a car more than they'll ever talk to you at dinner, usually. Same theory here. Get 20 creatives or 15 creatives and 5 business people who have money, who can support the work, and put them in a motor coach together for a 5-hour road trip. And you get the extra bonus of everyone brainstorming and sharing ideas and getting to know each other and building collaborations and relationships in that motor coach. And then here's the other magic of this. Charlie and I could be sitting next to each other and in this conference, and one of us gets inspired by a national speaker and sees a connection to what we could do in central Indiana. And Charlie says, I want to talk to you about this at the next break. And we grab 2 of our other colleagues. And now 4 of us build that plan of how this can impact central Indiana in real time. Think about the difference. If I went to the conference by myself and I thought, oh my gosh, this is great. When I get back, I'm going to call Charlie and 5 other people and we're going to get this going. But guess what? I just missed 3 days of work. So I get back and I'm buried. And I don't call Charlie until I see him a month later. And now the momentum, which I thought is so important. We heard about momentum yesterday. Huge. The momentum that can be created in real time at a break or at lunch with 12 or 15 or 20 of your community colleagues about an idea, that is magic. So if you want to talk more about that, how we did that, you got to find a couple of people who will help artists who are so important to this process, who may not be able to afford a hotel, and it's not in their budget. Get them to come, pay for them, make it happen, build community, and get inspired, and then action in real time. Within an hour of the inspiration, I found that so powerful, and I look forward to being with you all day long, or at least until 1 o'clock. And again, thank you for showing up for Pattern, and for yourself, and for Indiana. Appreciate it.